There are moments when you feel the weight of so many doubts, of so many uncertainties, that it seems impossible to believe in something good. Maybe you have looked back and wondered if the choices made were right, if those who crossed their path one day understood what they had to offer. It's not just the unspoken words or the ignored gestures that hurt, but also the nights when silence weighs more than any answer. How many times have they felt that their love was given fully, but seemed to not find reciprocity? Time passes, and still, the feeling of being on unstable ground does not diminish. It's like walking in a field of fog, where each step brings uncertainty about what will come next. While others seem to live simple and clear stories, you wonder why yours always seems so intense, so complex. The heart holds memories that the mind often tries to erase. Still, those memories insist on returning, reminding them of what could have been different. It's not that they don't want to move on, but sometimes the past holds on like a knot, making it difficult to see the path ahead. And in this tangle of emotions, the inevitable question arises: is there still room for something new and true? Maybe they have convinced themselves that they have lived all they could in love, that intense passions and sincere smiles belong to a time that has passed. But what if that's not the case? What if there are new stories waiting to be written, new chapters ready to challenge the beliefs you have built about yourself and others? The fear of the unknown is a persistent shadow. They whisper that it is better to protect themselves, keep things as they are, because the pain of trying again can be devastating. However, there is something inside of them that still wants to believe. A small flame that has not been extinguished, despite all the storms faced. It is fueled by dreams and by a hope that insists on resisting. Have you ever noticed how, sometimes, the most unexpected moments bring the deepest revelations? It's when you least expect it, when defenses are down, that something or someone comes along to turn everything upside down. And in that instant, what seemed impossible becomes palpable. A smile, a gesture, a glance, all of this can change the course of your life. Still, doubts do not disappear so easily. Why now, you may ask yourself? Do I really deserve something good after so much time of uncertainties and falls? But what if what is coming is not just good, but absolutely transformative? And what if the universe is finally showing you that everything up to now has been a preparation for something greater? What makes all of this even more challenging is the echo of past experiences. Those voices that insist on reminding you of what went wrong, that bring to the surface the moments when you thought about giving up. But what these voices cannot predict is how much you have grown, how much you have learned. And now, more than ever, you are ready for something you never imagined. The signs are all around you, even if you have not yet perceived them. Small details that seem random, but carry an inexplicable force. Something inside of you already knows, already feels, but maybe there is still a lack of courage to acknowledge. This strength grows each day, challenging everything you believed about love and about yourself. And then, a new possibility arises, a new connection. It's as if the universe wants to remind you that, no matter how difficult the paths have been, they were not in vain. Every tear, every smile, every moment of doubt was a brick in the construction of what is to come. And when that opportunity knocks on the door, they will have to decide, will they open their heart or allow fear to keep it closed? The truth is that we all carry wounds that shape who we are. And these scars, although painful, are also the reason why we are capable of feeling so deeply. They make us more human, more real. However, it takes courage to allow these wounds to be seen, to let go of the masks and allow oneself to be vulnerable again. As you reflect on all this, a question begins to take shape. What if you were ready to be surprised? Not in a superficial way, but at the core of your being, in that place where the truth is undeniable. What if the love you've always dreamed of is closer than you think, just waiting for you to take a step towards it? It is in this moment of introspection that the answers begin to emerge, not in words, but in sensations. The heart races, the breathing changes, and something inside you says that, yes, it is possible. Despite the pains, despite the losses, there is still room for love to bloom. And more than that, there is still a part of you that wants to believe, that wants to live it all over again. When everything seems uncertain, what really matters is your willingness to try. No matter what the past has brought or what the future promises, the present is where everything begins. And in this present, something is moving, something is about to happen. It's as if the universe is whispering that it's time to open your eyes and heart to what is to come. The road ahead may seem daunting, but it is also full of promises. Every step taken is a choice, a statement that they are ready to embrace the unknown. Because deep down, they know that it is there, in that unexplored territory, that the greatest revelations await. And when they are willing to take that leap of faith, what they will find may surprise even their biggest dreams. So, allow themselves. Allow themselves to imagine, to feel, to believe again. Even if the scars are deep, even if the fear seems unbearable, there is something stronger inside of them. Something that knows that happiness is possible, that love is real, and that both are within their reach. Life is made of moments, of choices, of decisions that change everything. And now, in this exact moment, they are facing one of those choices. It may seem small, almost insignificant, but this is the starting point for something much greater. Something that, when finally revealed, will bring forth a strength that they didn't even know they had. Now is the time to prepare, to open their heart to what is to come. Not with fear or hesitation, but with the certainty that they are capable of dealing with anything. Because what awaits them is not just a challenge, but an opportunity to be more, to live more, to love more. And when they are ready to take that next step, know that they will not be alone. There is a greater force guiding them, protecting them, and ensuring that everything is unfolding as it should. Trust the process, trust themselves, and trust the love that is waiting for them. Each new dawn brings with it the promise of transformation, even when the shadows of yesterday still linger on the horizon. There is something in their soul that recognizes that true love is not just a fairy tale, but a force that defies all odds. It is this love, full of depth and intensity, that awakens in them both hope and fear. The wounds of the past, so deeply engraved, often make them hesitate in the face of the possibility of a new beginning. However, these marks are also a testament to their strength, their ability to endure and grow. Now, faced with a unique opportunity, they find themselves torn between the desire to move forward and the fear of repeating old pains. Within them, a silent battle unfolds between the heart and the reason. The heart, full of dreams and expectations, longs to surrender, to believe that this time will be different. On the other hand, reason tries to protect them, whispering memories of moments when trust seemed like a lost bet. The truth, however, is that they are not the same as before. Every experience, no matter how painful it may have been, has shaped them into someone stronger, wiser, more aware of their own worth. It is exactly this new version of them that is ready to embrace something completely new and unexpected. Sometimes, the signs come subtly, almost imperceptibly. A look, a word, a gesture that seems casual, but carries immense weight. These small clues are like fragments of a puzzle that begins to take shape before their eyes. And in this process, something begins to awaken within them. The connection that is forming is not superficial. It goes beyond appearances, touching on aspects of their soul that they thought were dormant. It's as if each encounter is a piece of a bigger plan, something they cannot ignore, even if they don't fully understand it yet. Meanwhile, the other side is also in conflict. This person, who seems so confident, so secure, also faces their own internal battles. What they feel for them is new, intense, and it makes them vulnerable. There's a fear of opening up their heart, of exposing themselves, of admitting that they have found something they had never experienced before. The smile you notice, almost shy, carries a depth that words cannot explain. It reveals a world of emotions, desires, and dreams that they may not yet have the courage to share. It is a silent invitation for you to look beyond the surface and see the truth they try to hide. This truth is a mixture of admiration and surprise. Admiration for who you are, for what you represent. And surprise because, in a world full of superficiality, finding someone so genuine is a shock to the heart. That's why they smile when thinking of you, because your presence lights up parts of them that were forgotten. However, the fear of the unknown is a powerful enemy. It tries to build barriers, create excuses, offer reasons to step back. But there is something stronger than this fear, the desire to explore what could be, to discover how far this connection can go. And this is something that neither they nor you can ignore for long. With each passing day, the strength of this connection intensifies. No matter how much doubts try to arise, there is something undeniable between you, something that defies logic and transcends explanations. It's as if the universe conspires to unite paths that seemed impossible to cross. You start to realize that this encounter was not by chance. There is a greater reason, a force that guides each step, each choice, each shared moment. It's a delicate dance between destiny and free will, where each one must decide if they are willing to risk everything for what they feel. The path ahead will not be simple. There will be moments of uncertainty, hesitation, confrontation with old fears. But there will also be discoveries, joys, and a growth that is only possible when one chooses to live fully. And above all, there will be love. This love, which begins so timidly, has the potential to become something grand. They does not promise perfection, but authenticity. They does not offer guarantees, but the chance of something real, something that can transform both you and those beside you. There is beauty in not knowing exactly where all this will lead. This uncertainty is what makes the journey exciting, what keeps the heart racing and the dreams alive. And as they walk through this new territory, they discover strengths they didn't know they had. With each step, they realize that vulnerability is not weakness, but courage. It is the courage to show who they really are, to open their heart and to accept the other exactly as they are. And in this meeting of souls, something extraordinary begins to blossom. The smile of this person, which seemed so enigmatic, now makes sense. It is the manifestation of everything they feel, of everything they can't put into words. And every time they smile, it's as if the world around them disappears, leaving only the two of you. What is yet to come is still a mystery, but a mystery worth unraveling. Every choice, every gesture, every word spoken or unspoken is part of a story that is just beginning. And they have the opportunity to be the author of this narrative. So, move forward with confidence. Leave the past where it belongs, and make room for the new. Because what you are about to experience may be the most beautiful chapter of your life. And when everything is revealed, you will see that every moment, every choice, every risk was worth it. The fear of the unknown continues to linger, but something stronger emerges on the horizon, the possibility of being truly understood. When you look at this connection, you realize that it challenges the usual logics, surpassing barriers that seemed insurmountable. It's more than just a feeling, it's a force that pushes you forward, even when the past insists on pulling you back. This person, with their mysterious smile and attentive gaze, carries an energy that you feel before even being close to them. There is an invisible connection that makes the world around seem distant, almost irrelevant. Every interaction, no matter how brief, seems loaded with meaning, as if every exchanged word carries a deeper message, a call to something greater. The angels, observing every detail, know that you harbor doubts about what is truly happening. You wonder if it is wise to open your heart, if this relationship has the depth it seems to possess. However, it is important to remember that love is not measured by reason, but by the impact it leaves on our soul. And this impact has already begun to transform you. The small interactions, often so subtle, leave marks that you cannot ignore. An accidental touch, a shared smile in an unexpected moment, all of this fuels something growing inside you. This growth is not only about what you feel for this person, but also about what you are discovering about yourself along the way. Every time you think of giving up, something inside you resists, refuses to abandon this possibility. It is not stubbornness, but a recognition that something real is happening. The heart, despite its scars, still finds the strength to believe, to try, to open up once again. It is this strength that keeps you going. On the other side, they also face their own internal battles. Although their smile reveals genuine affection, their eyes tell a story of doubts and insecurities. There is a conflict between what they feel and what they believe is possible. However, the angels assure that behind this hesitation, there is a genuine desire to deeply connect with you. Have you ever noticed how certain words spoken seem to resonate louder than expected? These sentences, seemingly simple, reveal more than the person tries to hide. Every gesture, every pause in the conversation, everything carries a weight greater than it seems. It's as if they want to say something, but don't know how to fully express what they feel. These moments, full of meaning, become the foundation of a connection that seems inevitable. It's as if destiny is tirelessly working to unite two paths that were meant to cross. Despite the barriers, despite the uncertainties, something inside you knows that this story is just beginning. Meanwhile, time seems to slow down when you are together. Even the briefest minutes seem to last longer, as if the universe wants to give you an extra chance to absorb every detail. And in these moments, you realize you are experiencing something that rarely happens, a connection that transcends the ordinary. The doubts continue to arise, but every time they appear, the universe seems to send a sign to combat them. It could be an unexpected gesture, a smile at the right moment, or even a comfortable silence that speaks more than words could. These small details are proof that something greater is at play. Still, you know that the path ahead will require courage. Opening your heart means exposing yourself, risking feeling pain again. But the angels remind you that this courage is what makes true love so rare and precious. Without risk, there is no reward, Without vulnerability, there is no real connection. And this connection is not like any other you have ever experienced. There is something in it that seems destined, as if all the pieces of your life are coming together to make space for it. This feeling is both exciting and frightening, but it is where you find the strength to move forward. The smile of this person is just the surface of what they feel for you. Behind it, there is a world of emotions waiting to be explored. Every day that passes, they feel more inclined to open up, to share what is truly in their heart. And when that happens, you need to be ready to embrace that vulnerability. The angels whisper that you are not alone on this journey. They are by your side, guiding every step, protecting every decision. Even when things seem uncertain, there is an invisible force ensuring that everything is unfolding as it should. Trust in this process, because it is designed to take you where you need to be. The hesitation you feel is natural. After all, the unknown always brings an element of fear. But it also brings endless possibilities, and it is those that you need to focus on. By taking the next step, you'll be choosing the possibility of a love that transforms, heals, elevates. This person, although hesitant, feels the same desire as you, the desire for something genuine. They may not know how to express it now, but the angels assure that the right moment will come. Until then, it is up to you to keep the faith, to believe that what is to come will be better than anything you could imagine. With each interaction, you feel the impact of this connection growing. It challenges your beliefs, breaks down your barriers, and invites you to be more than you ever imagined. It is a rare opportunity, and you know you need to seize it before it passes. Not because it will disappear, but because you are ready to embrace it. The path may be uncertain, but the reward will be more than enough to justify every step taken. This journey is not just about finding the other, but also about finding yourself. And in this encounter, you will discover strengths you never knew you had. Therefore, keep going. Move forward, even if fear tries to stop you. Because what is waiting for them on the other side is not just love, but the fulfillment of everything they have always known they deserved. And when they get there, they will understand that every moment of doubt, every uncertain step, was worth it. When they think about the strength of this connection, they realize that it goes beyond any common definition. It's not just about two paths crossing, but about two souls recognizing each other, even amidst all uncertainties. This kind of encounter is rare, and it challenges everything they thought they knew about love and about themselves. This person, with their apparent tranquility, carries within themselves a whirlwind of emotions. There is a mix of fear and fascination in realizing what is growing between them. They feel that something important is happening, but they still don't know how to deal with it. The angels show that gradually, this confusion will give way to clarity. They notice the signs in small gestures, a prolonged gaze, a hesitant smile, a word that carries more than usual. These moments may seem trivial to those observing from the outside, but for them, each detail is an essential piece in the puzzle of this relationship. It's as if the universe is weaving an invisible bond between them. While this person struggles to find the right words, they feel the depth of what is left unsaid. Silence, often, speaks louder than any declaration. It is in this space of uncertainties that they find the strength to keep believing, even when fear tries to make them step back. The angels assure them that what is unfolding before them is not a coincidence. There is a greater force guiding each step, moving each piece to create a scenario where they can truly meet. It is a delicate dance between destiny and choice, where free will still plays an essential role. You start to notice how they have been changing. Small gestures that once seemed distant now carry a different warmth. They appear more present, more connected, even when words still don't flow easily. This is a clear sign that something is changing, both within them and in the dynamics between you. The resistance they feel is not a reflection of lack of interest, but of fear. Fear of opening up, of showing vulnerabilities, of allowing someone to see parts of them that they themselves don't know how to deal with. However, every time they smile at you, it's as if one of those barriers starts to fade away. And although the signs are clear, doubts still arise. You wonder if you are interpreting everything correctly, if you are seeing what is really happening. But the angels remind you that the heart rarely deceives itself. This connection is real, and what you feel is not a product of imagination, but of truth. Every conversation, every exchange of energy, strengthens the bond that is being created. It's as if both of you are discovering a new language, something that only you understand. And in this language, what matters most are not the words, but the intentions behind them, the emotions they carry. The universe has mysterious ways of acting. Sometimes it puts obstacles in our path to test our determination, to make us question what we really want. But it also offers unexpected opportunities, moments that seem simple, but carry the power to change everything. And that is exactly what is happening now. This connection is one of those rare opportunities, a gift that the universe offers to those who have the courage to believe. The angels encourage you to continue, to trust this process, even when everything seems uncertain. This person is facing an internal conflict, but they are also nearing a decision. They know they can't ignore what they feel for much longer. Each passing day, the truth within them becomes clearer, harder to hide. And when they finally open up, it will be a transformative moment. You play an essential role in this process. Your patience, empathy, and ability to see beyond the surface are what make this connection so special. You are not just waiting. You are actively creating a space where this person feels safe to be who they truly are. The angels remind you that every gesture of yours has an impact. Every smile, every word of encouragement, every moment of vulnerability you share is a seed being planted. And when the time comes, these seeds will blossom into something beyond what you imagined. There is a beauty in how all of this is unfolding. It's not quick, nor simple, but it's authentic. Every step, every choice, every moment of hesitation is part of a journey that is leading you to something greater. And deep down, you know it's worth the wait. This waiting, though challenging, is also a period of growth. It's not just about the other person, but about you. It's an opportunity to learn more about what you want, about what you are willing to offer, about what it means to love truly and unconditionally. The connection you are building is not ordinary. It's the kind of bond that transforms, elevates, challenges both to be better. And as frightening as it may seem, it's also incredibly liberating. Because in the end, that's what love does. It frees us to be the best version of ourselves. So, keep believing. Even when doubts try to dominate them, remember everything they have already overcome, everything they have already achieved. The strength that has brought them this far is the same that will carry them forward, to a future where love and truth prevail. The angels are with them every step of the way. They remind them that, although the future is still shrouded in mystery, it is also full of promises. And when everything finally unfolds, they will know that every moment of waiting, every challenge faced, was worth it. As the journey progresses, they realize that the connection between them grows in unexpected ways. Every shared moment, no matter how small it may seem, carries an intensity that is hard to ignore. It's not just about words or actions, but about an energy that permeates everything around. This strength is what gives meaning to every interaction and keeps the flame of hope alive. The smile of this person, which once seemed just a gesture, now reveals a depth that touches their heart. Behind it, there is a mixture of admiration and vulnerability, something that they may not be able to express in words. This smile is a reflection of what is happening internally, a silent yet powerful transformation. They realize that every gesture, every word exchanged, is an attempt to get closer, to build a bridge over uncertainties. This person may not say everything they feel, but the signs are there, clear to those willing to see. The angels remind them that love does not always present itself in an obvious way. Sometimes, it reveals itself in the details. Even in the face of this connection, doubts still try to creep in. They question if they are interpreting everything correctly, if they are reading too much between the lines. But the angels reinforce that their intuition is their ally, a compass pointing to what is true. This connection is not a result of chance. It is something that transcends the ordinary. The other side of this story also faces their battles. This person carries fears and insecurities, often camouflaged by smiles and gestures of confidence. However, every time they look at you, something inside them disarms. The angels show they are learning to trust, to open up, to allow this connection to flourish. You feel the universe is conspiring in favor of this union. Small events, seemingly unrelated, begin to align, creating opportunities that once seemed impossible. It's as if an invisible force is moving pieces, ensuring you are in the right place at the right time. Still, the journey requires patience. The angels know that waiting can be difficult, but they also ensure it is necessary. During this time, both you and this person are growing, learning, preparing for something greater. This process, although challenging, is an essential part of what is to come. You realize this connection is not just about the other person, but also about you. It challenges you to look inward, to confront your own fears and insecurities. It's an invitation to grow, to strengthen, to become the best version of yourself. And by accepting this invitation, you pave the way for something extraordinary. Despite their hesitations, this person begins to take steps towards you. They may be timid, almost imperceptible, but they are genuine. Every gesture, every attempt to connect, is a sign that they are willing to try, to discover what this relationship can become. The angels ask you to recognize and value these efforts. The path ahead is still uncertain, but that doesn't diminish the strength of what you are building. Every shared moment, every exchanged smile, reinforces the bond that is forming. It's a bond that goes beyond the physical, something that touches the spiritual, the emotional, the essential. And that is rare, precious, unique. The angels remind you that true love is not easy, but always worth it. It requires courage, patience, vulnerability. It challenges your expectations, breaks barriers, transforms. And above all, it teaches. This connection is teaching you something that no other relationship has been able to teach: the power of unconditional love. You start to notice changes within themselves. There is a new strength, a new clarity, a new confidence. It's as if this connection is awakening parts of you that were dormant, and at the same time, they realize that they are doing the same for the other. Together, you are creating something that is greater than each individually. Still, there are moments of fear. The fear of getting hurt, of exposing themselves, of losing what is being built. But the angels assure you that this fear is normal, that it is part of the process. The important thing is not to let it paralyze you, but to use it as fuel to move forward, to take risks, to believe. This person, little by little, starts sharing more of themselves. Stories, dreams, vulnerabilities that were once hidden begin to emerge. Every word spoken, every secret revealed, is proof of trust, a sign that they are opening up to you in a way they never have before. You realize that this openness is something rare, something that needs to be cared for with affection and respect. It is a responsibility, but also a privilege. The angels remind you that it is in this space of mutual trust that true love flourishes, that the deepest connections are formed. Each shared moment reinforces the certainty that this connection is special. It is not perfect, but it is real. And it is this authenticity, this vulnerability, that makes it so powerful. You know that, regardless of what the future may bring, what you have is something worth fighting for. The angels encourage them to keep going, to trust, to believe. They are by their side, guiding every step, illuminating every decision. And when the right time comes, everything will align. What is to come is not just a happy ending, but the beginning of something even more beautiful. The smile of that person, so simple, yet so full of meaning, reflects everything they are building together. It is a reminder that even in the most difficult moments, there is beauty, there is hope, there is love. And that is what matters in the end. So move forward with courage, with faith, with love. Trust the angels, trust themselves, trust the connection they are creating. Because in the end, what matters is not just the destination, but the journey they share. And that journey, full of challenges and discoveries, will be something they will remember forever.